Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's... Yeah. So this is no surprise to anyone, as it leaked out thanks to Uncle Ethan Van Sciver, and it turns out he was right. And then some of the imagery from the comic book came out long before Superman comes out. And of course, yeah, I know it's Superman's son. There's also that another little rumor that technically they don't really own Superman completely anymore. They have to share ownership with the Siegel family, and that maybe, oh, well, let's just make a different Superman. And that might have something to do with it. Even though it's still a derivative character, so I'm not sure how that works, what the legalese is and what have you. But anyway, this is all cheap and tawdry. Similar to what happened with Tim Drake suddenly being bisexual. They're saying Superman will be bisexual as well. Of course, they have to, and I'll get to that in a bit. The thing with Tim Drake, though, is that that's a lot of years of him, having girlfriends and all that, and so it's even more of a shoehorn and cheap and tawdry and tokenizing. Whereas here with Jonathan Kent, he's still somewhat relatively a new character. This after he was creepily prematurely aged by Brian Michael Bendis, who pretty much destroyed everything. The Superman was actually building up to being a really good series, and then they put Brian Michael Bendis on there. But this wasn't his idea, I don't think. Again, for the purposes of tokenism, and it is. They flat out pretty much admit it. They confirmed this for Coming Out Day. So there's a Coming Out Day. And so to get their 15 seconds of attention from sites that will never read comic books, have no interest in them, just wants that headline of Superman is gay. Now, never mind that it's not the real Superman, but whatever. So there you go. There's the writer Tom Taylor says Superman comes out, happy Coming Out Day, and there's the picture of Superman and his new boyfriend. Now, Jonathan Kent, the only is a romantic story involving him that I recall is he went with the Legion of Superheroes and had a flirtation with Saturn Girl. Now, granted, she did have a short haircut. But it begs the question here, if both men and women float his boat, why wasn't he interested in the male superheroes in the series? Now, I quit the series because it was really bad, but did they? Did he, I don't know, mess around with one of the other Legion of Superheroes, Timberwolf? But I don't think so, because they would have made a big deal about it like they're doing here for the very purposes that it is. But hey, I'm being unfair. This could have been the organic nature of the narrative, and this is what led Tom Taylor to think it. No. He goes on about, over the years in this industry, he's talking to IGN, says, it probably won't surprise you to hear I've had queer characters and storylines rejected. Okay, so were these original characters that you came up with? And in that case, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Why would they do it? But if this is just suddenly you want Batgirl to be gay or something like that, it's just like, oh, wait a minute, but of course they suddenly shoehorned Robin. So I don't know when this all of a sudden changed, but he's saying that that's what happened. But if they were original characters, he's got a point. If they're not, characters long established as straight, like Alan Scott, then it's kind of stupid, and it becomes it's so obviously blatantly cheap to do it like that. It's just, hey, look everybody, and oh boy, just in time for Coming Out Day and that sort of thing. Which actually the comic book itself doesn't come out until next month, I think. So, boy, couldn't get the timing right. Anyway, he says, I felt like I was letting down people I loved every time this happened. But we are in a very different and much more welcome place today than we were then. Or, typo. Or even 5 years ago. We're more accepting now. We're more welcoming to each other now. Are we? No, we're not. In fact, it's worse now than it was 5 years ago. Let's divide and conquer. Huh? Let's keep going. So when I was asked if I wanted to write a new Superman with a new #1 for the DC Universe, I knew replacing Clark with another straight white savior could be a real opportunity. Okay, there you go. This is one of the idiot notions that you tackle bigotry by being bigoted. And that's just what he did. He doesn't mind being the savior. I mean, I don't know if Tom Taylor, maybe Tom Taylor's gay, and that's the deal. But, the straight white savior moniker is bigoted. Bigotry here is used as a justification for the story's direction, and presented as if it is a strike against bigotry when it really isn't. He doesn't. Perhaps doesn't realize he just admitted that, but that's the thinking. Meanwhile, original gay characters like Midnighter and Apollo, this is the original gay Batman and Superman. They got to stay at the back of the bus, because you could show them off and nobody, the sites that have no real interest in superheroes or comic books won't recognize them. And you're not going to get your 15 seconds of attention from those guys, but you will get it from the Superman shield, and there it is, and that's all it is. And boy, you want to see how this works. Now, I guess Tom Taylor and DC Comics are transphobic, because why isn't Jonathan Kent trans? Because you're transphobic. See, that's the logic of it. It's very simple. If he had just gotten a girlfriend, well, then that's homophobia, See how that works? It's all for nothing. Does it go anywhere? I don't think so. Doesn't really matter, because DC Comics doesn't matter. And this isn't Tom Taylor's fault. That's Brian Michael Bendis's fault, as far as I'm concerned. Because again, the Superman comics, go read it before he came on. It was building into something really good. So the only thing left to wonder is how come the kids on the Lois and Superman show are straight. That's weird. Somebody didn't get the memo, because I fully expected at least one of them would be gay, But they get ready. They'll retcon that. The Jordan character, he'll break up with his girlfriend, and then he'll meet some guy, and there you go. That's what they'll do, because bisexuality is always the escape hatch for the new rules. But still not trans, huh? Yeah. So they're still transphobic, apparently. See? Them's the rules. You make your bed, you gotta lay in it. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. Gay Superman. Thanks for watching and listening. Say, while you're still here, why not like and subscribe and share with your many friends? Yes. Also, check out my mini stores in the link description below. Yes, where you can get t-shirts, hats, mugs, all those goodies with my artwork on them. Oh, yeah. And head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book, Night Night. Oh, yeah. You can also catch me at my podcast, Mr. Nailsin Show, on RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on BitChute.com and now on Rumble.com. Oh, my goodness. So many places to watch me and my stuff. Oh, yeah. And if that's not enough for you, well, you can follow me on many social media platforms and say hi to your old pal, Mr. Nailsin.